That's how that works.
Okay. All right. So second thing is we are transitioning because we do have a Colorado Hebrew Chorale member calendar that y'all don't use because Woman to Woman has been on there since last May. And so we are transitioning to a site called Chorus Connection. It will be your all-in-one member site. It will have it has already member calendar. Once you get invited and register, it will have a roster with everybody's information. It will have, I've already uploaded my music files and links. The user interface is pretty self-explanatory, but if you need assistance, I am happy to do a Zoom and show you how to navigate around there. So I'm just about ready to upload all of the singers, which is what's going to happen. When I upload the singers, you will get an email invitation to log into your Chorus Connection account and create a password. And you have an option to upload a photo if you're so inclined, which is nice for the people who sit behind you and think of you as the soprano lady who sits in front of me. What's her name? So if you upload a photo, there is the only part of the site that you can put information in is the bulletin board. And that is meant for all y'all to talk to each other. It's not for any messages from me, from the board, from Neely. It's for singers to post. For example, I'm doing an open house at my sukkah. Everybody is invited. Let me know if you're coming. Or I saw this fabulous play. Or anybody want to go to get drinks or whatever you want. The bulletin board is for that. I'm creating email groups. There will be a group for Kol Nashim. There will be a group for Colorado Hebrew Chorale. Those of you who are in both will be in both groups and you will get emails. You cannot unsubscribe from those emails. And I think it will tell me if you don't open them.
Oh. How nice for you.
We're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. We send you emails. Oh my God, there's so much stuff coming in the mail. What time is the concert? Where do we go? What do we wear? What is the music? So we on the admin side will get more and more accustomed to using it and posting information for you. The calendar is such that if you are only in Kol Nashim, the Colorado Hebrew Chorale rehearsals will not show up on your calendar. If you are only in the Colorado Hebrew Chorale, the Kol Nashim rehearsals will not show up in your calendar. I said that up in the back end. If you're in both, everything will show up. Board meetings will show up for everybody. Concerts will show up for everybody, etc. So, and if there's something that you find in using Choral Connection, so you cannot email everybody from there. You cannot. You can find everybody's email in the member, but you cannot send mass emails because nobody can unsubscribe the mass emails. So if you reply all to an email that I send, I will get it and you will get bounced back. You're not authorized to send emails to these people because you cannot use it for that. Okay, so please, when you get the email, set up your account. If you don't set up your account, I will see it in the back end. And at some point, I will remind you. We hope to transition by fall of next year. We hope that everything will be transitioned. You will be billed for your membership dues through Choral Connection. You will be able to pay for your scarf and select your color. And I will receive so-and-so ordered a purple scarf. Those of you in Colorado Hebrew Chorale will be able to order your shirts, and you will be able to pay for your member price Raisins and Almonds tickets. Those of you who need accommodations with membership dues, and we are raising the membership dues, we have to raise the membership dues. Everything else has gone up. So for one choir, it's 108 instead of 72. And for two choirs, it's 162, something like that. It's 108 plus 54. So 162, I believe. It will be set up with an option to pay in payments. So you can just set that up right in there. Goes in. There are fees because it's through a banking, and we are not absorbing the fees. You have to absorb. You can still bring a check in and hand it to Bonnie, and Bonnie will be able to go in the back end and manually enter that you have paid your dues, but you can pay by credit card that way. You can set it up to auto pay if you wanted to. And if you need accommodations, Bonnie and Bonnie doesn't know this, but I will show her how to do it. It's really easy. It's really, really easy. You just need to have the same as usual, have the conversation. This is how much I can afford. We will go in and update your invoice to reflect the amount that we've agreed upon, whether it's in payments, however it is. So yes, Barb.
Do we get a unique username as well as you're creating a password?
You already have an account. Oh, no, that's right. I didn't have.
Give you
I gave you mine. But your username is your email.
Oh,
It's your email, and we are updating the website, so there will be a link on the top menu that says member page, and you just click that. It'll take you to Chorus Connection, your email and your password. Most of us use the remember my passwords on our home computers. I hope I do. And so no, that still exists right now, but it will go away. It will go away.
so we set up unique password.
You set up your password. Don't ask me your password. I cannot retrieve it. Chorus Connection cannot retrieve it. They told everything from them. The question was asked about personal information. Your information is encrypted. They cannot read it. Okay, they cannot see any of your stuff, including your password. So that's two. Woman to Woman, May 23rd. Has been May 23rd since the beginning of the season. Concert starts at 7. We are doing sound check with Jeff and warm up and running through bits and pieces. So I've done our call at 5:30, so that 6:30 we're out of there and people can start entering. There are postcards available. Some of them are out here. We're ordering another one. I will be sending you the digital postcard, and the information is already on the website homepage. There's
here in the IGN next week.
in the IJN next week. The link on the website to buy tickets and get more information also has that page has a link for Betsy's beautiful article. There's multiple ticket prices. We are asking, as usual, a minimum donation of $18. Different this year, we are sending net proceeds. We were absorbing all of our expenses, and we simply cannot do that. We are live streaming. That's $400 right there, and so we are no longer absorbing the expenses. We do not have a matching donor for this year. I put out a call for matching donors. Jeff Bain, who has been our matching donor, sends a very nice, large donation to the shelter. It goes, I actually was just dealing with because it got lost somewhere in the Ethernet, but they got it. They got it. He gives them a 5-figure donation, and so he is no longer matching. We had already publicized, and so I matched last year. I don't have the finances to do that on a regular basis. If you know somebody who's willing to make a matching challenge, $500, $250, $500, certainly more, give them my information. We're happy to acknowledge them as a supporter if they want to do that, and people are really happy to have these matched.
Have you sold any tickets? Because I sent out a mass mailing. No one responded to me.
I didn't. I got a phone call from Marianne, I think, through.
That's probably Jan's friend Mary.
Okay, whether she can buy at the door, and yeah, there's tickets
no,
at the door.
no.
I didn't check. Honestly, I didn't check the back end. I've been dealing with other stuff. All right, so
Just one
yes.
comment about Chorus Connection, because it's not clear that I, as an administrator, can go and edit. And
Yes.
there are mistakes in there.
You as an administrator, you have to go through the management.
I did. You'll have to take a look at the April calendar. Some of the names are.
Yeah, that was the Yom HaShoah you talked about. Yes.
Aloha Shabbat.
Yes, that was Joni practicing putting an event on.
Then
And
then
it's
she can edit
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
If she can,
But
great.
you can edit it too. You just
I could not locate how to edit it. And
in the manage, open the calendar, click the event, and then at the bottom there's an edit.
Okay.
Figured, and that's also how we delete the individual rehearsals that there's holidays. Yes, Anne.
I just wanted to ask if people want the binders that I have, which make life so easier. You told me that you're the only one who did.
I think Alicia, you wanted one?
And the
possibility.
Hand
Okay.
if you would like one.
Can I see them?
Yeah,
You know, okay,
I don't have.
well,
some
we're
blue
gonna take care of all of it.
sorry. It'd just be really helpful because I don't want to order them and then have to order extra.
How much are they?
How much? Barb wants to know how much are they?
Yeah. How much?
And people are asking how much they are?
I haven't looked yet. I'm going
They're,
to
they're
say
not more,
around
they're between 20 and $30.
Yeah, I think that's-
All of them are between 20 and $30.
So can I just see a show of hands?
But it's good to know because I bought one and I spent more than 50.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5. So by when do you need to know?
well, I'd like to have them for the concert, so
Okay.
I'll check today.
Okay, so why don't I send out a reminder email? Or you can reply all to the
Yeah.
ask email to let you know by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning if you want to bind it.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll be the deadline. Okay, great. So we're not going to talk about, if not now, when today. Thank you, everybody who have participated. It was a wonderful and moving session, and I am so proud of some of you, and you know who you are. Who it's hard to speak in a group. Kim and Victoria and I will be meeting on Monday, I believe, to try to set up a joint Zoom session for both choirs. So I will keep you posted on that. All right, let's warm up. As far as I know, Jan is coming and Aviva is coming, but they're not here yet. Aren't you two?
Tatiana, is she coming?
Say again?
Tatiana?
Wow.
And Tatiana, yeah, I haven't heard. The only one I heard from is Rachel, who's on. She's sick again. So it goes. It's that time of year. All right. Standing tall, feet shoulder width apart, knees unlocked. And inhale. Your arms up over your head. Exhale, stretch. Inhale. Lift your left heel off the floor and stretch your right arm up. And exhale, come to center. And inhale, lift your right heel. Stretch your left arm up. And exhale, come to center. And inhale, stretch up. If you're able, lift your heels off the floor. It doesn't have to be a lot. And exhale, bring your heels down, keep stretched up. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, carefully bring your arms down. Don't hit anybody. Keep the collarbone up towards the ceiling. Good. And inhale, bring your ears up to your shoulders. Hold your breath and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale, release.
You just bring your shoulders up to your ears.
She said bring your ears up to your shoulders.
I'm sorry. We tried. I couldn't resist.
The mild dyslexia is doing very, very strange things on us.
That's totally fine.
Yeah,
I know
and
what you meant.
inhale. Ears up to your shoulders. Yeah, I heard it this time. Shoulders up to your ears. Hold your breath. Hold, squeeze, 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 and big exhale, release. Inhale. Bring your shoulder blades back and hold your breath. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Big exhale, release. You can exhale with noise. Inhale silently. Inhale. Shoulder blades back and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale. And inhale. Shoulders forward. Stretch that space between your scapula. Hold your breath. Stretch, 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 stretch. And exhale, release. Inhale. Shoulders forward. Stretch out between your scapula. Stretch, 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 stretch. And exhale, release. And last ones. And make sure you check your knees for a minute. Make sure that they're not locked. Inhale. Right arm up and over. Take a hold of your left ear. And as you exhale, use the weight of your arm to bring your head down to your shoulder. inhale. And exhale down the left side of your neck and down your arm and out your left fingertips. Out and inhale. Exhale, release and come to center. Inhale, left arm up and over. Take a hold of your right ear and gently use the weight of your arm to bring your head down towards your shoulder. Inhale. And exhale down the right side of your neck, down your right arm, out your fingertips. Get all the air out, get empty, empty, and inhale. And as you exhale, release your arm, careful that you don't smack anybody in the head. And find the base of your skull where it rests on the atlas. Good inhale. And as you exhale, push up towards the ceiling and feel that release all the way down your spine. Inhale. And as you exhale, push up. And as you exhale, release. Does everybody have the straws?
Yes.
If you don't, I have more. You could do this with your
Kids now, I'm totally goofy.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're blowing through the straw, not through your nose. Good breath. Inhale through your straw. And one more. Inhale through your straw. Good. Good inhale. Good breath. And up. 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 Take a second to check your knees, because I notice when I start getting higher, my knees start getting locked a little bit. So check those knees. One more time. And practice feeling go up, not forward when you go up to the high note. Good breath. Okay, here we go. You have to be wide open from when you start. If you try to open in the middle, it's too late. If it's too high, don't sing, you know. Here we go. Start fast with the bottom. Keep going if you got it. Nice. That was the notice now.
What was that?
C sharp.
Ooh.
C sharp. Very nice. Okay. So
Just
let's,
to clarify.
yes,
Do you want a ya to get to the top or e ah?
it's not I, it's more like an oh.
I'm talking about a y in front of it, because I hear that many of us do a ya.
Yeah,
get
if you do a ya, you can't keep open. So the goal is to stay open. If you go. Yeah. The Y happens by your tongue changing shape, but you shouldn't be trying to do ya, because ya closes things up, which is the opposite of what we want. All right, let's take out the shoe. So my plan now, all right, hopefully Jan is okay. Those of you who don't know, Monday she was in a car crash. And her car was totaled. Fortunately, they were away on vacation, celebrating whatever they were celebrating. I think Les's birthday. Neither she nor Les were hurt, but the car was totaled. So I know she was. I don't. In the car. In Colorado. Yeah. In any event, so she was waiting to hear whether insurance was going to give her all the money so she could get a new car or what to do. So hopefully everything is okay. I did not hear anything from Tatiana or Aviva. Okay, so Vishu, we're gonna run it cold. We're gonna run it
Oh.
hopefully not.
Right. The
No,
email-
she would have. That, no, I mean, I'm sure Aviva is not at Kavod, and what can I say? Okay, here we go. We're just gonna run this. I'm not gonna stop. And we're gonna see where we are. And Soprani, if you want to stand for that third verse, feel free to do so. Here we go. Okay. They need you really start a little more poppy if you want the rhythm to play. Yeah, it was your note. Confident, please. You know this. Even a little more. Got better and better and better as we went along. The first verse was like deer in the headlights. So, Neely, if you don't have an objection, I shared with everybody that you were in a car accident. So everybody's glad you're here and okay, and not at Kavod.
Yeah, no, I just talked to the State Farm and they might try to.
Good.
repair it.
I think I would like to increase the volume, the dynamic for the opening for the verse. The mezzo piano I think is fine, but I think the piano in measure 5, everybody just kind of feels like they're pulling back a little much for me at this point. The very, very beginning. Okay, I want us to start. So really, it got better and better and better as I don't know, somehow your brains clicked in. Well, yeah, we really, I mean, most of it was actually better now than it was at Raisins and Almonds. Soprano ones, I may let everybody else off a little bit early, and we'll work on that back, the high notes, because it's the issue is technique. Okay, the issue is technique, that you're not all opening at the same time and getting those notes on the beat in tune together. And then when there's a high G and it's not in tune, it's hard. So, but you have it, you all have it. We just need to align you a little bit. So let's start again. And what I'd like you to hear, and if you listen to the recording, which I think I shared it with everybody, but if you notice that during the intro on the recording, Carol was going, I want you to hear that in your inner ear, right? Because Vesho. Yeah, that's the groove. So feel it in, we're not going to do it physically. A snapping choir. No, but I think it would take us too much out of the line. But to have it inside, I mean, if Albie were in town and he were maybe doing snare drums, right? You know, right? So hear that in your ear even before Neely starts, right? Correct, correct. But Neely has shared with us, and that's part of doing the rhythm, that in her mind, this was a little bit of a pop ballad.
That's the form of it. So it's not, you know, you have to have that feeling. That doesn't mean that you're out of time all the time with it, or just totally sloppy. Then you can't sit together. But it is that flexibility.
No, I think she's thinking about mood, about the mood. And that's the tension. That's the tension. What we know about the poet, what this predicts about what her life is going to be, but she didn't know that at 19. And if we think back to 19, of the guy who said he was going to call and he didn't call, and how tragically devastating that was. But in retrospect, we look back and go, what was I thinking? And he was not worth waiting for and crying over anyway, because then I wouldn't have met he or her or she, you know. So that tension of how sad is the poem? I say very, but Neely wanted to put this element of, you know, it was first love and it wasn't the end of the world. And
Yes. Tragedy. I think it's an experience to be tragic.
It's not a tragedy like Uncle Rod was.
So,
no,
well, what I'm saying is, you know, tragedy is something that this is too universal. This is the experience of everybody. Everybody has the experience of loss. Everybody has the experience of death. It's too universal to be tragedy. This is human condition.
Yeah.
Therefore, for me, this is not tragic. However, it is wistful. Pensive.
yeah.
That's more the feel rather than the, oh my God, now I'm going to slit my throat because this is so sad.
No, well, I think if you're doing it, and in poetry lesson I was in at this morning, which we talked partially about Dalia Babukovic, the instructor was saying, well, there are people who argue, well, should we know the poet's biography, and should that be part of our conversation in looking at the poem? And you can say, well, yes, if those of you who saw Rocket Man, and how wonderful, it never occurred to me, I love Elton John. It's like, oh my gosh, that was going on, and that's why they wrote that song. Wow. But I already loved the song. I already loved the song. I already loved the words. They meant something personal to me. And it was like, wow, that added a dimension. So in looking at this poem, and I didn't share Leah Goldberg's biography with Neely when I sent her the poem. I was like, at all. No. But if you look at her life and look back and see the choices that she made, because all through her life, she fell in love, allegedly fell in love. I still maintain all of it, that she might have been gay, because she yearned for men who were inaccessible, always yearned for men who were inaccessible, who were unachievable, and was alone, and was always alone. And she wrote, I am an ugly girl. I'm an ugly, ugly woman of 22. She was not ugly at 22. She made herself into an ugly. She made her, you know, so these were self-fulfilling prophecies. So when you look back on these self-fulfilling prophecies, you go, oh my God, how tragic to, in your, late teens and early 20s, determine your romantic fate. But in and of itself, when she wrote it, it's just, that she could, even anthropomorphizing. I mean, how uncommon is it for a 19-year-old to have a stuffed animal still from childhood, and or some totem or something that it's like, oh, nobody understands you but me, but you, dear diary.
I think it's also hard to, technically, even if you're playing an instrument, to start on piano with surety.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna up the dynamic just a little bit. So like it's continuing the dynamic. So we got a little bit louder on the long note, and now we're continuing from where we got to. We're not going to pull it back. We're gonna- Yes. Yeah. The back. Okay.
At the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking at the music. So if I do it again in real time, just, and let's do that now. Let's do it now.
That is kind of intentional because it is actually.
Can you give them the G, please?
Yes.
Right, here we go, the very last page that you don't need to look at because you're doing it by heart anyway.
Which one?
The first one, the voila.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're gonna hold it long, otherwise it gets flat. G, here we go. I heard, and I know I did one more time. Yeah, but we want to try to do I want to try to do a diminuendo on that long note, which means that I've got to be keeping you up on the one hand and shrinking the sound on the other hand. So we need it in tune first, then diminuendo. All right, beginning. So here. Shorten it's so long. I know we shortened it.
Yeah.
No. Two, just two.
Now it's just two
Yeah,
beats.
it's just, it feels,
Oh, the winter.
feels interminable and it interminable and it doesn't have enough energy.
So it's 2 beats or 3 beats?
2 beats, right?
Yeah, we're doing it in two. Yeah.
That's half note, yeah, half note. Yeah, half note, oh, half note. Yeah, well, we didn't get there. Yeah, I know, the ahs are late. Could you please try this first verse by heart? We know you know it. You know it. We've done it. We've done it. Yeah, here we go. See how I cued her just by bouncing? We need, yeah, that was not correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Is slowing down too. Okay, remember that before the ahs, there's a lift. I'm not hearing it. Yeah, there's the lift. Otherwise, that ah is.
So do you want us to take out that tied eighth note then?
Yeah.
In order to bring in the lift? So it's hamnola space ah.
Sure. So everybody understand? Well, it's, I think it's, yeah,
This piano gets an eighth note in there, so it's.
yeah,
Oh, so it's taking out.
yeah.
Give yourself an 8-note rest.
1. Oh,
That will help.
and then we can get it on top. Okay, give them the extra. Oh. Three, 4. There we go. One and two. Yeah, and then once we get past that, we're gold. Okay.
I had just one question in terms of the tuning, right where we stopped, page 3 at the top.
Yeah.
The downbeat of measure 18, so that we can have the second soprano against the first soprano, the G against the A. Because yeah, I'm just saying
Okay,
that some people are voting with the first soprano.
Yeah, can we do second soprano at measure 17? 1 and 2. One more time. 1 and 2. So if you figured out that you're singing A there, circle a G. One more time. Soprano 1's on soprano 1, soprano 2 on soprano 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. And with the alti, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. 1. Okay. Good. Lechilach. It's going to be wonderful. So I'd like us to do with the first half, before we run this, what we do with the second half. Sopranos 1 and 2, I need you to come in really confident. The lamed of Lechilach, that lamed is just a monster. And so, if you go, then you open late, it slides and it's not in tune. And the melody starts in the middle of the measure. All right, we're going to do what we did now. Everybody on parts, no piano, on do, please. Right. Do, give the alti their pitches, all 4. Do, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sopranos, the alti are singing piano, you are singing mezzo piano. The piano that they are singing now, you are singing pianissimo. So their sound is wonderful and beautiful, and I don't want less alto. So you need to come out more. Take ownership of the melody. Okay? If having NP in your score is bugging you, turn it into an MF. If it's too loud, I'll tell you. But right now, their sound is wonderful. It's giving you a wonderful do do do. Start with my, and I hear. This is the melody. Own it. Here we go. 3, 4. Good. 1. Yeah, we lost the altitude. Okay, one more time. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Now, with do, as within le, the oo should be on the beat. So it's not do, 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 oo should be on the beat. 3. Do, 2. Don't get behind the soprano ones. Okay, so now I'd like to, sorry, I didn't turn that off. One of the 15 samples. Eighth notes need to go forward. Do, 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 do. Okay, eighth notes need to move forward. Otherwise, we are slowing down. We're not getting the lines. Same thing. We're feeling those half notes. Do, 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 do. Yeah, we're doing do's, but we're still keeping those lines going. Keep them going. One more time. Same thing. You know this by heart. Text. 2, 3, 4. And make it better. So much better. Close out to you again. Give them that pigeon. Nice. Lovely. Okay, let's put piano and text into it. We're going to run the whole thing. So much better soprano 1s and 2s. Okay, first phrase, second phrase is a little more, and then we're all right. We're all together on that climax of that first bit. All right. More soprano 1s.
You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Let me know.
Push it.
Let me love, and all shall praise your name. To the place that I will show you.
Easy soprano twos. One more time. Soprano twos. You're an echo here. You're an echo here. Nice alto twos. Rachel, I hope you're proud of your alto twos. Here we go. The Simcha Chaim, whatever the heck measure. You know where I am.
37.
Here we go. 3, 4. All right. Everybody know where I am? No.
37. Top of 4. Last one.
Top of
Please
4.
for me.
There we go. 37. Okay. All people, all parts. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I want to do that section one more time. Alto 2. Sherry's coming in there. All right, now pull the volume back a little bit. The lovely sound quality, but just a little bit so that they don't have to scream a bunch. Here we go. Same place, 37. Here we go. Give one measure before. One piano, one measure before.
You shall be
It's falling. Alto one's yours going down.
Okay.
And you shall be 40. If you could play from 40, he was playing two measures before. You shall be singing, and you shall. Okay, one more time.
Okay.
Yeah,
The measure
Neely's
number would be
measure of
45 would be the entry.
44. I'm sorry. I told you that dyslexia. Who's back on meds? 40. I know you did. I know. I was ready. 43. There we go.
and you shall be singing, and you shall sing, and you shall be blessed, and you shall be a blessing.
Going to be really wonderful. Just need to watch. All right. Luyahi. So here's what we're going to do about the solos. So Alicia, you're going to sing the soprano solo. Pick up to 5. If Rachel is out next week, you will sing both solos. If Rachel is in, you'll sing the soprano and Rachel will sing the alto. If you're out, fortunately we won't, yeah. then she will sing both solos.
The
So
alto is 12, right?
the alto is 12, correct. Okay. Yeah, call, even though it's a dotted quarter note, it's not a full stop. Whatever she does, she does. You do my and Neely tempo. One more time. Lovely. Alicia, you can do whatever you want. Neely will follow you. Okay, so remember we're doing shlu because otherwise we're getting shish. Nice entrance soprano on la colonne. Alti, your dynamic is piano. And you're excited about, and yes, you're there and the pitches are right and great. Same sound quality, less volume, which means control your ear. Good, and I liked your following me. So here's what I hear every time. Alicia, question? You got it? Okay, let's look for a second at 17, 18 as an example. So we want to take time. And now, we can take some time there as long as it doesn't. And now we're going to get slower and slower and slower. Okay, so Alicia, the solos were lovely. Just make it your own, and she will do what you do. Slower, faster, breath. Don't worry, she will. Neely's amazing.
Yeah, it's on. Here's on.
It's on, but I mean, it's better for us otherwise to have the airflow.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't 40, 41, 42. Okay, okay, so if we're doing it, then I will. Does everybody have that breath at 42?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why. So we all need to have the breath at 42 if that's what we're doing. Or not. But that means you have to watch me so that I can get the shush together. So we'll try it once, and if we can't get the shush together, then we'll go shlip.
But that's the same thing also.
Yeah, that's the problem.
50.
That's the problem is as I thought we decided.
Cashflow or no?
To be honest, I've never been Korean.
Yeah, I thought I decided that we were doing all of them keshle except for the last one. Yeah. Right, had I said that.
That I wasn't going to.
All right. So here's the thing, is if you watch me, we can do different things. And if you don't watch me, then we do schluck. So can we do for a second, please, from measure 17? Here we go. Ready? 3. Yeah. Good. Sounded really good. All right. Anybody need, anyway. All right. So anyone can sing. We're going to try to run it. That's my goal, is to just get all the way through and then go back and fix things that needed to be tweaked and reviewed. We've gone over the whole thing. You do need to go over this one. You do. There's a lot going on, and no matter how clearly I cue you, if you're not ready for what happens after the page turn, things will happen. Which is why I really do want you to be able to perform it next week at Kavod, so that you have a run through before we do it on the 23rd. And my plan is to bring it back next year, but next year is a long way away. Anyone can sing. Anyone can sing. You just open your mouth and give shape to sound. Anyone can sing. What is hard to give a voice
voice grows sonorous waves of the sun to breathe and celebration to the Lord. To witness defeat, suffer contempt, as your only protection, yes, and sing with every heart, every heart, every heart. Yet under its calling to sing of love and utterly empty. Alone and conjoined, exiled and at home. Anyone can sing. Anyone can sing.
Lots of good stuff. We made it all the way through. Lots of good stuff. I think at the beginning, let's change the dynamic of measure 5 to mezzo piano. Because there's a lot of hesitancy in that entrance, and it needs more confidence. So I'd rather have confidence and a little bit more dynamic. Let's do some polishing. Neely, how about 2 measures before they come in? Which would be measure 3, not measure 7. Sorry. One more time. My bad.
Anyone can sing. Anyone can sing.
Okay, so I hear in the 6/8 in the second anyone can sing, I here you want to stop on that one. So let's speak that for a minute. Anyone can sing. Yeah, right? So think of, she's such a brilliant composer, right? Andrea Ramsey. Anyone can, right? Anyone can sing. Okay, same place. 2 measures before you come in.
Anyone can sing. Anyone can sing.
Now,
You just open your mouth
don't get softer.
and give shape to the sound.
Now get softer. Confident.
Anyone
Gotta watch. Yeah, so if you don't watch me, what is this? Never gonna be together. That was really good. That was really good. Okay, so it's all one idea, right? Anyone can sing. You just open your mouth and give shape to a sound. Anyone can sing, right? She underlines it for us rhythmically. One can sing what is. Okay, so you got to watch. Good. I'm going to have Neely play a little bit more. So I know you think you came in mezzo piano, but that actually was piano. Right? That actually was piano. It was beautiful sound. So piano, what is piano? The softest sound that you can make beautifully in control. Right? If it's softer than you can. If you can't control it, if you can't make it beautiful, if you can't give a line and content, then it's no longer a dynamic. It's softer than it can be. So I want you to think, listen, because Neely's first 3 measures are in 78. Da, 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 da. Right? You have the piano part. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just the same as our measure 5. Right? So even though measure 4 is 1, 2, 3, you go the same as she did at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, not slower. Trying to conduct it that way, it helps if you also hear her. So from the beginning, and when you come in, confident. That was really nice. This is your time.
Anyone can sing. Anyone can sing. So and give shape to the sound. Anyone can sing. What is harder is the broken soul.
Okay, so what is the Dow dynamic on what is harder? Mezzo forte. Yeah, alti, we're gonna have you enter, right? You're all, everybody's singing. So what is mezzo forte? Louder than what you sang at the beginning, right? And louder than what is, and sopranos, don't push, this is gold for the alto. So let them do the dynamic on that. That was beautiful. Can we start from 14? Measure 14, the one that's after 13. 1/4. Yeah. Right there. So Neely's on the downbeat.
Anyone can sing. What is harder?
Just what is harder? So you need to get what the W sound is ooh, right? Ooh, is what's happening. What is, yeah, we want to get there. We want to get there. So can we do just the vowels right there with the C? Pick up to 17. 1. I just thought Okay, now just barely add in the W. If you go, then we get that whole Dolby thing going. And it's not on time, and we don't get the, so, see. What is honor is to proclaim the soul, to give the voice of sonorous wings. Okay, so I'd like to know if you see a diminuendo in measures 17 and 18. No. So what I hear is, what is harder? So how do we know what is harder? Right? What is harder to proclaim the song, to give the voice broad, sonorous wings, right? The sonorous wings. And by the way, I checked, and he's Welsh, so that may explain the sonorous. William Iod is Welsh.
From mezzo forte to forte? Or-
Mezzo forte to mezzo forte more, to emphasis. Okay, it's not going so loud as forte, but it's not. We need to get to the important word. We need to get sonorous wings of solitude, grief, and thank you, Anne. I heard your Anne. And that was the only one. What is? Here we go. What is harder to proclaim the soul, to give a voice of sonorous wings of solitude, Okay, almost there. So here's what I heard now. What is harder is to proclaim the song. So to that rest there, it's not a break, it's just to give you more air so that you can keep the line going. Yes, solitude is sonorous wings of solitude, grief, and since we're talking about emphasize. Huh? Yes, grief goes softer, but that doesn't mean you can grieve, and say. Obviously, I don't think you were here when we talked about that. So measure 22, beat 4, and in soprano 2, accent. Measure 23, soprano 1, and accent. Beat 2, and alto, accent, and say, and what? Right? Celebration. Right? Sonorous wings. Oh, great, it's going to be happy. Oh, solitude. Grief. Oh no, where are we going? And celebration. The whole thought. If you haven't recently done so, reread the poem. The poem's in the front. Make yourself some notes. Oh, look at that line. That line is out. Why did she not set that line? What happens to the content of the poem when she leaves that line out? All right. Let's practice, please, at 22. Can we just speak it? I knew you can play your part. Here we go. Everybody on grief. Grief and celebration. Two ties of reluctant heart wide open. There we go. Okay, and I don't care about the so much of the end. And really punch those. Celebrate.
Celebrate.
Celebrate. I've never heard celebration. Even the Welsh don't say celebration. As far as I know, right? Don't want to you don't want to okay, pitches on grief. Pitches on grief. Grief, grief, grief. 3, 4. Count up to. Okay, Sarah was late. Sarah was late, in part because. And LT, you don't have time. And say. Don't even worry about the ND. Stella.
Okay,
Because you gotta go.
and and we're all together on set.
Set is, yes, we're all together on set.
Okay.
So if you're late, we're got this. Back up to what is harder. This is so much fun. This is like.
She loves this.
It is. What is, and you are so generously giving me what I'm asking for. So, and that's should be fun for you too, because when we put the content in, that's where we get the neshama. What is love? Is to proclaim the soul, to give the voice God's sonorous speaks of solitude, grief, and celebration. To watch. Oh, two. If you don't watch, I can't slow it down. See that 29 says slower with desperation? That's her, that's what she says, right? Rise the reluctant heart wide open to witness. Yeah, so write yourself something there, a pair of glasses or something big so you know to look.
Could we just do that entrance at measure 22 again to make sure we're all.
Yep.
Maybe just on do on each
Yep.
of the entrances so we can all hear the
Mhm.
correct
22. Neely, if you could play pitches, please. Here we go. 3, 4. One more time. I really want that on the and. Do. You can really do it on do. Imagine a gong. Yeah. Do. Really. And. It adds so much when you can hear that. One more time. 3, 4. Watch. Right? You know, I'm not worried about that section because when we get there, very similar to what happened with the shoe, right? When you get the beginning and you've got this all, now when you come here, you really feel the defeat because, bless you.
Let's one more.
It was only a single at If Not Now When. I was very disappointed. Yeah. If you could please, at measure 18, on the word soul, write yourself a little crescendo sign. Soul, 18. Harder is to proclaim the soul. It was better, but it's still fading away. So I would like to, before we, let's go get from the beginning to here.
Anyone can sing. Anyone can sing. You just open your mouth and give shape to sound. Anyone can sing. What is honor? Is to proclaim the song, to give the voice broad so sweet of solitude. Breathe and celebration to rise in one to witness defeat, suffer contempt, shrink to shrink, to the last of your proud. Watching. Okay, so we are not going to work on this now, but soprano ones, please write yourself a note at 50 and at 52. Cross out that S. Just get rid, just go. Cross off the S of sing. It measured 50 and it measured 52. I know we've talked about it, soprano ones. You can do a beautiful F sharp, but it's really hard to do and get that F sharp out. Ing, just or even just to fill the it's homophonic. Everybody else has the words. We just need you to be there and in tune, and it's that dramatic. If you look at the spacing, Lily, could you play the chord there at 50? One at a time. Yeah, we're spread out over 2 octaves. It's not often that we have that in a SSAA group, right? It's very wide, it's open, it's dramatic. So it's lovely hearing that those 2 F sharps that are 2 octaves apart. And if you're just stuck on sing, so we will work on that more for the 23rd. So 57, what are her instructions? Tenderly. That's talking about death. Tenderly. That staves off death, yet honors its calling. To sing both full and utterly empty. So Neely was talking before about the universal condition, right? We are all going to face death, whether we want to or not. loved ones, our own situations in the world. God knows with what we're living with today, it feels like at least once a day, right? We're getting shooting, this rock throwing in Jefferson County. I'm so glad they caught these guys. And I cannot understand what teenager in their right mind, at 18 thinks that it's just beyond me. So we are going to face this, right? We all face it. And so certainly when we're talking about accidental deaths and we're talking about mass shootings, stave off death. Think for yourself, when do we honor its coming? Myself, I would honor its coming for my mom, who's still holding on. Her weight is getting 200-300 calories a day into her, you know, or somebody who's in hospice, or somebody who is at the end of their life and says, you know what, I've lived a good life. Everybody I know is gone. I'm done. I'm ready to go. Right? So we would honor a good death for ourselves, a good death for our loved ones, right? And to sing both full when we're full of love and joy, and empty when it seems like there's no hope in the world. So that needs to be, right? Because we just came from this every hard-won joy. We're full of joy. We're full of joy and top of 10. That stays often, yet honors its coming to sing of hope and utterly empty. Right? It's a very touching moment, right? So this is where the fact that we are an adult choir, right? We have something to put into here that a high school choir does not have, or even a college choir does not have, right? We're for one thing, we're closer to it than they are, except for Mimi. And even Mimi's closer to it than somebody in high school, right? It gets closer, and as we think about it, and as we think about our spouses, our aging family. So, Neely, if you could play just, I'm sorry to make you do the turn. How about Hard-Won Joy? Bottom of page 9. Every Hard-Won Joy. Everybody. Here we go, Pat. Every hard-won joy. Okay, staves off death. Yeah, it's not as long. It's not staves off death yet. Yeah. A D. Yeah, there we go. Staves off death, yet honors its coming. To sing of hope and utterly empty. One more time. Alti, are you confident? And all, yeah. And utterly empty. Give us the nice alto sound. That was better. That was better.
Could you please clarify, besides looking up what dynamic we should be aiming for, because of the mostly unison on that page 10?
This is what you're singing now is piano,
and stay there.
and stay there.
Even for
Wait,
the alti, 61 chest voice.
61 alto is going to have a little bit more
Yes.
cello. Yeah, it's a different, it's a surprising color, right? We're not expecting it. And you can almost hear the empty, right? The empty well echoing down there. Here we go. Can't see, 57, yeah. Yet honors is coming to
And utterly empty.
See, it turns them into an overtone.
Mm.
Utterly, get rid of the R's on
Utterly.
utterly. Yeah, it's tricky. So I hesitate to say piano because now you're singing, you're singing with fear. So I just think of it as tender. Thinking of it as tender just gave me the perfect dynamics. Don't think of it as soft. Think of it as lullaby. A little bit. It was a little faster than I thought.
Yet on earth it's coming to sing of
Confident.
and utterly empty.
We'll fix it afterwards. Keep going.
Alone and conjoined, exiled and at home. Anyone can see.
Not nice out. Not nice out. Give them the measure before. The measure before.
Anyone can see.
Good. Do it again. Good. Present. Like I said, the dynamics are make a full round sound. The softest that you can make a full round sound. If you can't make a full round sound softer, then it's not. It's too soft. Measure before.
Anyone can see. Anyone can see.
Sorry. Sorry. Let's do it again. You know this by heart, right? These two measures. Here we go. Two measures. One 68. Yeah. Here we go.
Anyone can see. Anyone can see.
Alti. Yeah, alto. It's such a beautiful line for you. Grab it. Yeah. Neely, if you could play down here 74. Off. Yeah, Alti, draw yourself a little cello there.
They're already hardwired. They don't need strong pictures.
This is like the best.
These
alto.
two, it's one of the best.
It's she.
I have so much trouble with that.
Yeah,
That's
vibrato.
not me.
Okay, so we're going to run it just so you remember. We're going to do it again. Oh, c'est shalom.
No.
So, do you want to drum something or no? Okay. Yeah. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is because you can do it because you remember it. You know it by heart. Stand up.
And so we're gonna do. In between, two measures at the beginning. Yeah, I think two is hard at certainly at the beginning. So she's gonna give the pitch. Down soft. If you go. All right, if we can't do it together, I will assign a clap. I know Carol wants to do it. Clap on, clap off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we'll do two measures.
Do we have to sing it?
No, no. We're gonna. So here's what it's gonna look like. Here's what it's gonna look like. Oh, say shalom, shalom. And then after we finish, El Kol Yisrael. Just that's it. Just that. If you can't do it, don't do it. There'll be enough people to do it. You do that. Yeah. So just the in between measures. And whoever can do it can do it. If you can't do it, don't do it. You can't do it. Okay. So unison. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. We may try to teach them. This is going to be an effort in futility. Yeah, no, they but I mean, we'll get them. We'll catch them, and we'll catch them. Here we go. 2, 3, 4.
Shalom b'Roma, oh say shalom, shalom b'Roma, u'yaseh shalom aleinu, aleinu ya'kol Yisrael, ya'aseh shalom aleinu, aleinu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, shalom Israel.
They, not they. You're slowing us down. Robert, shalom, aleinu, lighter. Aleinu, aleinu, ya'aseh, ya'kol Yisrael, ya'aseh, shalom, aleinu. Okay, so
We have to sing the first one
yeah,
twice.
without the clapping.
Yeah.
It's slow. It's
I think you
slowing
only
us
sang
down.
it once.
Oh,
and
maybe.
continue.
Yeah, we
That's
just
what got
yeah,
me.
it's slowing us down.
Well, you have to sing the first line twice.
Yeah, it's slowing us down. Two parts. So just two measures.
Oh, say shalom, shalom in Roma. Oh, say shalom, shalom in Roma. Oh, say shalom, shalom in Roma. Oh, ya'aseh shalom aleinu, aleinu ya'kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom aleinu, aleinu ya'kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom aleinu, shalom aleinu ya'kol Yisrael. Shalom, shalom in Roma. Oh, say shalom, shalom in Roma. Oh, say shalom, shalom in Roma. Oh, say shalom, shalom aleinu. Ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ya'aseh ya'kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom Yisrael.
No, slowing down. Great. All right. So that's our program Think you're done? You're not done. Okay. Yeah, we have to do some Nigrosum and we have to do some Valley before we call it a day. Nigrosum. Okay, so I want to speak this for you a minute because I want to show you the shape of the phrases. So, Shehora Ahani Benot Yerushalayim Havieni Hamelech Hadara Ahana Hadodi Was that metronomic? No, it can't be metronomic. It can't be metronomic. So that's what I want to work on this a little bit. We're not singing this next week, so we're not gonna worry about running the whole thing. So let's start at the beginning. So Neela gives you notes. Ready? Okay, so half of you, and those of you who are not know who you are because you were watching, half of you were like this because there's no way you can see the cue, and then you're coming in after everybody else. And I really need you to come. So one of the reasons that I really wanted to program this, because the first sentence means, I am black and beautiful, girls of Jerusalem. If you remember in the Song of Songs, they make fun of, right? Her brother punishes her. He puts her out in the field because she's going to get tanned and ugly, right? Talk about colorism, right? And she says, I am black and beautiful. We know the Queen of Sheba. Sheba was Ethiopia. They don't make them white down there. They don't even make them pale African down there. Ethiopians, anybody who's been to Africa knows that Africans look very different than African Americans, okay? Because in addition to intermarriage coming much later there's whole tribal things where people, they prefer to stay within their tribes. And it's beautiful. I am black and beautiful, girls of Jerusalem. And so, Benot, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Here's your pitches. So that first word's important. Okay, I need to hear you out, sopranos. I hear not. Benot, Yerusha. Okay, I really want to see that lift. It's in measure 2. Yeah, really make a lift there. That's Casal's mark. And we're not going to worry about the mezzo piano right now. We repeat it, okay? I always learned if you repeat something, you do it differently the second time, right? So we can do it softer the second time or louder. Depends, but we can practice doing it different ways. Here we go. We start. Off. Easy, take time. Okay, so you have to watch, you have to watch, right? So, and he told me. So if you go, you don't have time. Get that ready. Neely solo, right? Because she, this is a wonderful, if you play the second ending, maybe like from 18 into the second ending. Nice breath, Daisy. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Easy soprano one on 33 into that F. Careful, that F, IF is a little. Again, I would get rid of the L and the H, not worry about. Yeah, because it's hard and you don't want. Yeah. Which means it means get up, my beloved. Get up, get yourself up like lechilach, right? Is take yourself in feminine. Lach is yourself in feminine. Kumilach, get yourself up. Yafati, my beautiful one. Ulechilach, and go out. Yeah. Let's do measure 27. Okay, Joe. Okay, if you get confused which line you go to, please highlight it. Please highlight. Oh. Yeah, everybody except Alicia is singing soprano 2. All the sopranos except Alicia are singing soprano 2 at measure 56.
It's the same thing.
It is the same thing till it goes up to the high G.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't need more than one people up on the high notes. But it's not going to slow down because if you look at 51, here, that's because the fall has passed, comma, hageshem chalap halachlo, the rains have passed. And then it repeats, hageshem chalap halachlo. Stav avar, and Alicia, you're going to have to practice that 77 into 78. You don't have to do that in time. We're going to take time there on that jump. And you can, for my money, you can slide it since you're doing it by yourself so that you can up and down. No, the last rehearsal that we worked on, we said from measure 56 through measure 82, 81, 82, 80, 81, 82, because 81 and 82 are tied for the soprano one. Only Alicia is on soprano 1, everybody, all the other sopranos on soprano 2. Okay, all right, I need to do some work on Valley today. So let's do that. It's, isn't it? And you sang it so beautiful. Sang it so beautifully that entrance on the B's was just really.
You know, the alto mic.
The most important note. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I'm still completely unclear as to what the soprano ones.
At on page, whatever it is, at measure 56, the soprano ones are singing the soprano 2 part until measure 82. Okay, and then you go back up to the soprano line. And I still have to figure out what to do in that little line of unison that is just tricky. It's just tricky. But we will figure it out. Might end up being Alicia and Rachel again. All right. So, yeah, from the beginning, but Neely is going to play and I'm going to count from measure 7. So you come in on measure 11, so she's giving you 4 measures before. Yeah, I counted in the right direction. Okay, let's do just your part. Yeah, once you get started, I think this is the theme for the evening. Once you get started, you'll be fine.
I'm confused between these two. This page.
So my suggestion to you is write that into your score,
Oh.
or cut and paste it. You know, whatever you need to do. All right, can I have soprano 2 at 11? Here we go, soprano 2. Give them their name, please. Ready, soprano 2, 3, 4. Only soprano 2. And I need more confident people in measure 17 on that F sharp than Carol. Yeah, and we were supposed to actually at 14 be ooh, not humming, but whatever. Yeah, but we switched to ooh, and then at 18 it's ah. But soprano 2s in measure 17, that E is really important. You're the only ones moving. Okay, soprano 2s with alto. Here we go. 3, I'm singing with alto and got it? All right. Just soprano 1. Actually, soprano 2 is soprano 1. Here we go, soprano 2s. Thank you for helping. I'll be singing in your head. That's all that's going on, right? That's all it is. If you practice it a few times at home so you remember what your part is, then it will make life easier for everybody. Here we go. So Neely's playing, 4 measures before. Measure 7. Soprano watch. One, two.
The branch is sweet and roll. It's time. It's time.
Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. More confidence. Let's go to rehearsal A, please. Again, the recording is on the member page and on our YouTube channel. Rehearsal A is measure 23.
Top of page 4.
Page 4 for many.
It depends on whether you have the piano card and whether you have this. For me, it's on page 5. So I don't think about it. All right, piano starts at measure 23. Yeah, confident entrance.
Don't
Confident
you want
entrance.
this for sopranos before that?
No, not gonna worry about the first piano. Let's not worry about let's not worry about the mezzo piano. Let's come in on time with energy, with content. If it's too loud, I will bring you down. But I guarantee you that David's not gonna say, oh darn, their entrance was too loud. Not gonna say that. Here we go.
The valley awakens to a new day. Awakens to a new day. To a new day.
Okay, so how long is that day? Because it feels like, yeah, long. Day, 2, 3, 1, off. Yeah? So soprano twos and alti, when your entrances are clear, it's easier for the soprano ones to come in. If they can't hear you, it's harder to come in. So if we're looking at 30 at the soprano ones, the valley awakens to a new day. Off the valley. Yeah. So you have to have energy on that day. If you're dead, then it feels like forever. Feels like forever. I think if we need a forward energy, because if we're slowing down, it's also harder. Claudia, question?
Just confirm starting 29 day.
Okay, to new day. Off the valley awakens. So if you look at measure 31, see the 9/8?
Yeah.
So that's 1 dotted quarter note, 2 dotted quarter note, 3 dotted. Continues this.
29 and 30.
29
So
is
it's
1, is 6/8. So here, listen to the piano part from 29 to a new day.
1, 2, 3, off, go.
The valley awakens to a new day. Off.
The 9/8 feel like 3 beats and the 6/8 feels like 2 beats.
Yeah. Yeah. And I conduct it that way. And part of where we're running into trouble is also the eighth notes need to have direction. The valley awakens. If you're going the valley awakens to, then not only does it hurt your breast. if you're yeah, I'm happy to give you a counter to that. But it slows it down. The valley awakens. All right. So I want to work a little bit with the soprano ones. Thank you, everybody. You've been wonderful. Please put the chairs back and let me have the soprano ones with Neely and Schumann. Thank you, Rachel. Feel better.
Thank you, Rachel. Bye.
Bye, Rachel.